Riptide.
It's Ray. Welcome to 2 days devotional. It is Thursday. I've been meaning to record this all week long, but I just wanted to make sure I had the right verse, and it came to me pretty hard as I was looking through scripture for the whole week. The verse kind of spoke to me in relation to what's going on during these times of how we are so distant from everybody, including our church and including our church family. So I felt like this was a good one to kind of reel us back in and remind us of exactly the bigger picture and everything that's happening. It is Philippians 1:27 through 30. I'm not going to read all of it. I'm going to read 27, and I'm going to touch a little bit into 30. Okay, so Philippians 1:27. Life worthy of the gospel. Whatever happens, conduct yourself in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. Then whether I come and see you or only hear about you in my absence, I will know that you stand firm in the one spirit, striving together as one for the faith of the gospel. That is super powerful to me. When I first read this verse, what stood out to me the most was conducting ourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. Because right now we are stuck in confinement in our own walls, and sometimes we can be the prisoner of our own walls in our head and in our heart. And if we don't have an outlet to release that, sometimes we are victims of our own perpetual cycle of negative thoughts or negative emotions and not allowing ourselves to see the big picture. And it continues, then whether I come and see you or hear about you in my absence. So we have an absence right now of community physically, right? We have Zoom, we have texts, everyone's on Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat or whatever social media device you guys have. We're able to stay connected in that sense. But as we all know, it's not the same. It's not the same as being in your small group and talking about your highs and lows and getting that stuff off your chest or just talking about your day. We don't have that. So there's an absence in that. And it's cool because it continues to go. It says, I will know that you stand firm in the one spirit, right? So I would say that Riptide has its own spirit, right? We all have our spirit, and when we all show up, we know, we feel it in the air. You can see it, it's palpable, and we know that there's something really good going on, whether that's Wednesdays or Sundays or a camp or a get-together or whatever it is. We know that there's a spirit amongst us, amongst each group, and it's being missed so much right now, especially by myself. And I know my boys, and I know everyone else's kids, all you Riptiders, like we leaders understand that there's something missing. There's an absence, and we cannot wait to get back into church and to be able to get together and have social gatherings again, and no more of this stay away 6 feet and no groups. We want to have the biggest group as possible, and what a better time than now to hear this message, right? So striving together as one is so, like this whole verse, striving together as one for the faith of the gospel. Like this whole verse reminds us that although we are distant right now in our current situation, we have something to look forward to. We have something to strive for. And that is togetherness. That's community. That is loving our neighbor even more so now, as we go into this season of getting out of a containment, right? Or confinement or quarantine, or however you want to put it. I call it my quarantine containment camp when I'm at home. I'm very fortunate enough to keep working. I have my son in school still. There's a lot of moving parts that are still familiar for me, but I know for a lot of you it's not. A lot of you are, all you guys are still are stuck at home, and I just want you to know that we're all praying for you. So one challenge I want you guys to do, you guys and girls, to kind of think about and maybe even reflect on is go through, find an emotion you're feeling, find an emotion that is, whether it's positive or negative, look for scripture with that. Get down the Bible app, type in that feeling. You know, like I typed in coming together, and this is as I was going through all the different scriptures that related to coming together, this one hit me really hard. So if you're feeling loneliness, find scripture that will bring you to that and help you lift yourself out of it, you know. If you are feeling happy and you're feeling like, I feel good, this is not that bad, I'm making it through, find something that you can find something in scripture that will elevate that and highlight that, and share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your loved ones. And there's something to remember is we're all in this together. We all are experiencing this in our own ways. And it is difficult. It's difficult for a lot of us. It's difficult for a lot of you. And I just hope that when we come out of this, we say yes to getting together. We say yes to bringing more friends to church. Because I think that's going to be the big takeaway from all this is how big of a gathering can we make after this is all said and done. I talked to the leaders about it and having a huge Riptide party when it's all said and done. But those are my prayers, that you all are able to take away that we need to strive together through this, so that when we come out of this, we're one unit. And the absence, although was there, was only short-lived. All right, Riptide, I'm signing off for the night. You all have a good day. You take care.